Hello, hello, hello. Hi everyone. Welcome to a new live stream. How's it going? ¿Cómo están? Espero que estén muy bien. Bienvenidos a un nuevo en vivo. Welcome. And today we are going to learn some Spanish vocabulary about money. Money. And it's going to be a longish lesson. We're going to learn some nouns. We're going to learn some verbs as well that will help you talk about money in Spanish. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and also click on the bell icon so you can get notified every time I live stream. I want to give a big shout out to our members, to our Cafecito members, Christopher and Michael, Lucas Schwadkowski, Raymond Sather, William Lopez, David Beaver, KS, Mr. Han L. Thank you guys for the support. It's greatly appreciated. The coffee is delicioso. El cafecito está muy rico. Thank you so much for the support. If you like what I do and if you want to support this channel, you can check out the membership, the Cafecito membership. Basically, you're just buying me some coffee. So the membership is like less than $3, and also you get some perks when getting that membership. So if you want to know more about it, please just click on the join button down below. Also, another way to support this channel is by giving the thumbs up. That helps me a lot as well. Thank you, Cafecito members, once again. Okay, remember that we're live streaming. So if you want to ask something, you can use the live chat for that. Remember that you have to be a subscriber if you want to use the live chat. Joshua Espina says, Buenos días, Joshua. Bienvenido. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about money. Money. As I said before, we're going to learn some nouns, some helpful verbs as well. And if you have any questions, please just let me know. Okay, money. How do you say money in Spanish? Just as we have done before, we're going to have the Spanish terms on the left and then some images on the right. And right now we have a few, but we have 3 different sets of images and terms. So it's going to be long. So if you need some water, get some water, get comfortable, get some coffee if you want. I mean, that's up to you. Just get comfortable. Okay, so how do you say money in Spanish? Money in Spanish is el dinero. El dinero. Okay, so we can move the term el dinero right here. El dinero refers to money. So it literally means money. Okay, so it can be digital money. It could be coins. It could be, bills. So yeah, just money. El dinero, money. Of course, there's more specific terms for bills, for coins, for digital money, and all of that. Okay, so as a general idea, el dinero means money. El dinero. Now, the next term is el billete. El billete. And we can see here some bills, dollar bills, and el billete refers to one bill, okay? $1 bill or any currency bill. And if you want to say bills, then you gotta say los billetes, okay? Los billetes. Ajá. El billete, bill. Los billetes, bills. Okay? Specifically the paper bills, I mean. You know what I mean. I see KS. KS is in the house. Hello, KS. Dinero es el nombre del juego de este mundo. Me encanta el dinero. Thank you for sharing, KS. Thank you so much for sharing. And of course, welcome. Now, let's talk about coins. How do you say coins in Spanish? Coins in Spanish is la moneda. La moneda. La moneda means coin. Just one coin, okay? The coin or coin. If you want to say coins, then you have to add an S to the definite article la and an S to the noun moneda. So it reads las monedas. Las monedas. Okay? So far so good. La moneda, a coin or just the coin. Las monedas, coins. Okay? Excellent. Now, the next term is this one, el cambio. El cambio. I know if you're familiar with this term, cambio means change in Spanish. But it also refers to change as in coins, bills, you have mostly coins, when you have little coins here and there. I think pennies are not a thing anymore. Pennies. In Canada, loonies, toonies, and 25 cents, that's everywhere, 25 cents, 5 cents as well. So all those little coins, that's change, right? So el cambio. Also it refers to, for example, if you're buying something and you pay with $100 bill. That's a big bill, right? You will receive change. So then you can say el cambio. You can use that term for that. When you're receiving some change, el cambio. Okay? So there is a common phrase in English and in Spanish. Keep the change. So you can say quédate con el cambio. Okay? Quédate con el cambio. And that means keep the change. Okay? So if you want to say that in Spanish, you can just say that phrase, quédate con el cambio. El cambio, change. Okay. Now, the next term is, let's go, from top to bottom. El efectivo. El efectivo. Do you know what this means? El efectivo. I'm going to put it right here. I could put it here in between the bills and the coins, right? El efectivo means cash, okay? So a lot of people don't have cash or don't carry cash on them, they just don't use cash anymore. But it's still a common term if you want to refer to cash. El efectivo. ¿Tienes efectivo? Do you have cash? Right? El efectivo. This, if you use the term efectivo, that also means effective. But when talking about money, that means cash. Okay? So a lot of people ask, when you're buying something, maybe you might hear the question, ¿vas a pagar en efectivo o con tarjeta? Okay, efectivo o tarjeta, o con tarjeta. That means you're gonna pay with cash or, technically debit, credit card, or something similar to that. So tarjeta means card. So I'm just gonna put it here. La tarjeta. Okay, so that just means card. But when talking about money, we're talking about debit card, credit card, and so on. Okay, so yeah, I think you can only pay with either debit or credit. So la tarjeta de crédito, la tarjeta de débito. So we're gonna talk about that in a few more seconds, but I'm just gonna put it here. La tarjeta de débito. I think I have that term in the next set of terms, but might as well just do it here as well. La tarjeta de débito and la tarjeta de crédito. Okay? Débito, crédito. So that is the terms that you need to know when paying, right? Efectivo, cash, el efectivo, cash. La tarjeta de débito, la tarjeta de débito, debit card, or la tarjeta de crédito, credit card. Okay? So that's something important to know if you are paying and if you are in a Latin American country or in Spain. KS says, cuando consigo mi coche, así que puedo hacer Lyft para dinero extra, para obtener dinero extra. That's great. That's great. Thank you for sharing, KS. Now, let's move on. There are different ways to refer to money, okay? Money. Also, it refers to cash as well. Money, cash, those two terms. There's like slang words for it. So let's learn a few of them. Just 3 important slang words when talking about money, when referring to money. Okay? So the first one, I'm just going to move this one here. Okay. So el dinero is a very general term. Everybody will understand that in every single Spanish-speaking country. But if you want to add some slang to your vocabulary, then if you're in Mexico, you can call dinero la lana. Okay? So la lana means money in Mexico. It's a slang word. It's an informal word to refer to money. La lana. Lana also means wool. Wool, I think that's the... Yeah, wool. Yeah, wool. When you buy a coat, maybe it's wool. I think that's a term. But when talking about money, and if you're in Mexico, then you can say la lana. La lana. ¿Dónde está la lana? Where's the money? Right? So that's quite interesting for sure. Now, if you are in Argentina and in other Latin American countries, mostly Argentina, then you can call it la plata. La plata also means money. And again, this is a slang word, okay? Used in Argentina, also in Peru, I believe, and in other South American countries. La lana, no, la plata, sorry. Plata means silver as well. So that's silver, plata literally means silver, but as a slang word, it can also refer to money. Okay. Now, the next one, guys, is la pasta. La pasta. This one is quite interesting because pasta means pasta, the food, like spaghetti, macaroni kind of pasta. So pasta literally means that, but also it means money. Specifically in Spain, la pasta. Okay, la pasta. If you hear someone saying no tengo pasta, I don't have money, and that will happen in Spain. Okay, el dinero, general term, common term, very, straightforward term. La lana, money, used in Mexico, slang word. La plata, also slang word, and it's used in Argentina and other South American countries. La pasta is used in Spain, also slang word, and it means money. Okay, so that's easy. That's easy, isn't it? Now the next one, guys. The next one is this one right here. Let's do this one right here. Okay. How do you say that in Spanish? That in Spanish is el recibo. Okay? El recibo. El recibo means, what does it mean? El recibo means receipt. El recibo. So it's quite similar. The term is quite similar in English and in Spanish. El recibo. Now, that means receipt. If you want to say payment, then that is el pago. El pago. Pago. Payment. Okay? So usually when you get a receipt every time you have to pay something, right? So el pago, payment, el recibo, receipt. Okay? So that's easy. That's easy. Nothing complicated there. Now, how about this one right here? This one right here. That is a price tag. How do you say that? This one in Spanish is, well, there are two ways to call this. First, usually you see the price tag and you see el precio. El precio is like the cost of something, okay? El precio. ¿Cuál es el precio? It's similar to saying how much is it? You want to know the cost of something. I know it sounds like price, but it's different. El precio is just the cost of something. And if you want to say, price tag, specifically, you can say la etiqueta. You can just call it la etiqueta, okay? But that refers to pretty much any tags. Etiqueta means tag. Okay? You can say la etiqueta de precio. That's not that common to say, but if you want, you can say that. Okay? Usually when you check the tag, you check for the cost, right? How much is it? So you could say ¿cuál es el precio? And that's similar to saying how much is it? Or someone can say mira la etiqueta. Look at the tag, or in this case, the price tag. Okay, so that is an interesting term for sure. Now, let's move on. Let's talk about the wallet. Oops, sorry. That's all my funds. Okay, so let's see how do you say wallet in Spanish? Wallet, you can say it in two different ways. You can say it as la cartera, or la billetera. So both terms are commonly used in the Spanish world, in different Spanish-speaking countries. So you can use these terms, and they mean the same thing. La cartera, la billetera, wallet. Okay? Now, let's talk about this one right here. This one right here. How do you say that in Spanish? Do you know? This one is called el monedero. And it's just a coin purse, right? So I don't even know if people use those things anymore. Do you know? I don't use it. I don't have any of that. I don't even carry cash. Really. That's quite funny. That's quite funny that, I just don't bother carrying things anymore. I don't like carrying things, really. James Sager is here. Hello, James. Hola, James. Bienvenido. Okay, so now we know some terms, but we will learn more. As I said before, we are going to learn also verbs about money. And obviously common verbs, of course. Okay, so the next group of terms and images, no, not those ones. Whoa, we have more. Okay, so we're talking about something more complicated here, but it's useful to know, especially if you go to a bank. You're going to need these terms. Hola. Hola, James. Hola. Okay, so how do you say bank? Bank in Spanish. The term is very similar to the English term. So in Spanish, you call this el banco. El banco. Okay? El banco. Very similar to bank. Just add an O at the end. And change the letter K with the letter C. El banco. El banco. And also that means stool, as in, the seats that you have close to a bar, kitchen bar. So, banco. So it's quite funny that it has two different meanings, and they're very different meanings. So, el banco, bank. Now, how about la cuenta bancaria? I know this is a safe, okay, but I didn't find like a visual definition of this. So, la cuenta bancaria means bank account, okay? Bank account, any bank account. La cuenta bancaria. Now, how do you say safe in Spanish? Now that we have also this image here, you call it la caja de, it's a long term, seguridad. La caja de seguridad. Oh man, la caja de seguridad means just a safe. I like the English term more because it's easy, short. But also you can call this la caja fuerte. Okay, so there are two different terms. I'm just gonna keep this one because it's shorter. It's easier to remember as well. La caja fuerte means safe. Fuerte, you're pretty much saying a strong box for some reason. I mean, it's a literal term, I guess, because usually safes are really strong boxes. So la caja fuerte, strong box. Or just fuerte means strong, caja means box. It's a very interesting definition of this thing, safe, right? Now, let's talk about el saldo. El saldo, I'm just going to put it, I think it belongs here, because usually nowadays we check everything online, even our bank accounts, las cuentas bancarias. So el saldo means, do you know what it means? Do you know what it means? Balance. Okay, so it means balance. How much money do you have currently in your bank account? El saldo, that refers to el saldo, balance, just the balance. So if you go to a bank, you can ask, a person who works there, you can ask, ¿cuál es mi saldo? ¿Cuál es mi saldo? Okay, and you're just saying, what's my balance? Okay. So I'm just gonna put it here. Okay, so just an easy question if you want to know your balance. ¿Cuál es mi saldo? El saldo. Now, I'm gonna put this one here as well because usually we use a computer for this, or sometimes, you can go to the bank as well and do this, but la transferencia bancaria means just a transfer, money transfer. La transferencia bancaria. You can also call it transferencia, la transferencia. If you're already talking about money and all of that, you don't have to constantly repeat the whole term, la transferencia bancaria. You can just say transferencia, la transferencia, and that means just a transfer, the transfer that people do. And anybody can do it if you want to move money from one account into another account. Okay? La transferencia bancaria. Oh my, that's a long term. Now, let's learn the next one. El depósito. El depósito means deposit. Okay? So that is very straightforward, just as el saldo and also la transferencia. El depósito means deposit. Also, something curious is in Mexico, el depósito also refers to places where you can buy beer from. So only beer, nothing else. Okay? No, we're not talking about anything else like wine or any other kind of liquor. We're talking about just beer. So it's just a business where you can buy beer from, just beer, el depósito in Mexico. But a most common meaning of this word is deposit. When you go to a bank, you can use this word for sure, el depósito. Now, the next one, guys, is la. And also it belongs here close to the computer because you can do that as well. La transacción. La transacción. What does this mean? This is very similar to the English term transaction. So that's it. That's what it means. La transacción. The transaction or just transaction. Okay? So tricky pronunciation, but similar spelling. La transacción. And this double C is a very interesting sound in Spanish. And it sounds like transacción. Ción. Okay, so you do a k sound and then a s sound. La transacción. La transacción. So very peculiar. It sounds kind of Italian, I gotta say. But anyways, let's move on. Now, let's talk about el crédito. Let's move it here because usually it's a difficult one to keep healthy or good. El crédito. El crédito. Do you know what this means? This is very similar to another English word. Credit. Just credit. Very easy. If you remove the letter O and the accent mark and el, then you get credit. So that's what this means. El crédito. El crédito. El crédito. Credit. Okay? So this one is an important one for sure. The next one, la tarjeta de crédito. I already talked about this term and this other one, but let's just say it really quickly. Let's say the meaning. La tarjeta de crédito means credit card, any credit card, and la tarjeta de débito means debit card. Okay? La tarjeta. Tarjeta means card, any card really. But when you add de crédito, that means credit card. And when you add de débito, then that means debit card. Okay, so that's easy. Easy breezy. Now, the next one. Man, this one belongs here, close to a house. La hipoteca. La hipoteca. La hipoteca means mortgage. This term is very different. If we're talking about English, comparing English and Spanish, the terms are quite different. Mortgage, yeah. La hipoteca, yeah, totally different. So this one you gotta remember because it's a very unique word, and that means just mortgage. La hipoteca. Remember that the H sound in Spanish is like 0. You don't have, the letter H doesn't have any sound. So don't say hipoteca because that is incorrect. You just gotta mute the letter H and say hipoteca. La hipoteca. Okay? Quite interesting. Mortgage. Now, el préstamo. Let's put it here, close to the money, because, el préstamo means loan. Okay, any kind of loan. It's just a general term to refer to a loan. El préstamo. Préstamo. Okay, so very easy. El préstamo. Loan. Now, I need some water. My giant glass. Okay. Now, la tasa de interés. La tasa de interés. La tasa de interés. Do you know what it means? Do you know? La tasa de interés means interest rate. And that's important to know when having a credit card, a loan. You need to know the interest rate, right? So, la tasa de interés. You can also call it, or call this, los intereses. I believe it doesn't need an accent mark. And it refers to the interests. Okay? So literal means the interests. So you just want to know the interest rate. That's it. La tasa de intereses or los intereses. Okay? Now, another similar term is la tasa fija. Tasa fija. Tasa means rate, okay? Specifically, again, when talking about money, la tasa fija means fixed rate. This is usually helpful if you have a mortgage, right? Because you don't want the rate to change too much. Some of them change every year, every 5 years, and so on. So if you want to know about this is called la tasa fija, fixed rate. Okay? Now, let's talk about more payments. Let's talk about this one specifically, and let's put it here close to the money as well. Oh, here. I think it belongs here. We're talking about you giving money, okay? El pago inicial means down payment. So once again, if you are buying something like a car, a house, something big and expensive, you might need a down payment. So if you are in a Spanish-speaking country, then you can say el pago inicial. This word here, cuál, is very helpful when knowing about, or when you want to know about these things. You can change this part with el pago inicial. Okay. ¿Cuál es el pago inicial? ¿Cuál es el pago inicial? What's the down payment? If someone can ask you, okay, so ¿cuál es el pago inicial? What's the down payment? Like, how much are you going to pay initially, right? Or you can change this, ¿cuál es la tasa de interés? Okay? And you're asking what's the interest rate. Okay? So this little word is very helpful when you want to know about something. And it's similar to saying what's and then the rest. What's the interest rate? What's the deposit? Okay? Well, this is more like when you deposit money. I don't think it applies because you're depositing money. But maybe the person can ask you, how much do you want to deposit? That's a different question. And the word for that, or the question word you need, is cuánto. Okay, cuánto is also very helpful when you're talking about money. ¿Cuánto va a depositar? ¿Cuánto va a depositar? How much do you want to deposit? Okay, ¿cuánto? ¿Cuánto and cuál? Very helpful question words when talking about money. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there. Let's talk about the next term, guys. The next term, I don't know why there you go. Okay. Chai love. Credit. Welcome, Chai. Okay, so let's talk about the next term. And the next term is la sucursal bancaria. So this belongs somewhere here, close to the bank. I mean, I know this is just an icon. It's not really a bank, but or it doesn't look like a modern bank. But I mean, la sucursal bancaria means just like a bank, just a bank, really. But it's like the same, not brand. Is it brand when talking about banks? Company, bank company, right? So if you want to know about other locations, bank locations, you can use the term la sucursal bancaria. La sucursal bancaria. Okay? So that is that means bank branch. Okay? La sucursal bancaria. Now, if you're talking about an ATM, that's an important one. ATM. I'm just going to move this here. ATM in Spanish is el cajero automático. El cajero automático. You can also call it el cajero. Just el cajero, and that also works. Very easy to understand. El cajero automático. Of course, the whole sentence is quite long. We don't call it ATM or ATM in Spanish. We just call it el cajero or el cajero automático. Okay? Interesting. Now, the last thing, guys, we're going to learn verbs. Okay? Just verbs about money. About things that you do with money. Okay? The first verb is pagar. Pagar means to pay. Okay? So when you pay for something, it could be for a service, things, when you use your credit card, tarjeta de crédito, you can use the verb pagar. 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 Now, if you want to buy something, you're not paying. Now you're buying. Okay? Comprar. Let's put it here. Comprar. Comprar means to buy. Pagar, to pay. Comprar, to buy. Similar verbs, but different. Similar but different. Now, how about the opposite of comprar? The opposite of comprar is vender. Vender means to sell. Okay? Comprar, vender. Comprar, to buy. Vender, to sell. Okay? Now, the next verb is invertir. Invertir means to invest. Okay? Nowadays, that's quite popular. So if you want to talk about that in Spanish, you need the verb invertir. Remember, the V sound in Spanish is similar to the B as in B in English. Invertir. That's it. That's it. Now, prestar. Prestar means, do you know what it means? Prestar means to lend. So it can be money, of course. It can be things as well, like books, video games. I don't know if you can lend a video game. I don't know, but I think you can. I think you can. But prestar means to lend. It can be used when talking about money, of course. Now, the next one is transferir. Transferir. Transferir means to transfer. So, once again, we're using a computer for that. We don't need the bank anymore. We can just do everything on the computer. Transferir means to transfer. Now, depositar. We talked about deposito. Depositar means to deposit. Okay? So, very, very easy. Deposito, deposit, depositar, to deposit. Now, we talked about a similar term, hipotecar. Hipotecar, that means to mortgage. Okay? Hipotecar. Remember, Hipoteca means mortgage. Hipotecar means to mortgage. Okay. Ooh. We're almost done. Quebrar. Quebrar. That's not good. That's not good. Quebrar means, I'm just going to put it here. Quebrar means to bankrupt. Okay? To bankrupt. Also, another popular phrase to use or common phrase is estar en bancarrota. Estar en bancarrota. Do you know what this means? By the way, just something I needed to add. Bancarrota means bankruptcy. Just the term bancarrota. But if you say estar en bancarrota, that means, do you know what it means? To bankrupt. It's very similar to quebrar. Quebrar and estar en bancarrota means to bankrupt. Okay? Bancarrota, remember that means bankruptcy. Estar en bancarrota, to bankrupt. Not nice, but it happens. That means that you don't have money. It's gone. Quebrar, usually quebrar and estar en bancarrota, those two terms are used when talking about businesses, okay? When you have a business and it's just not doing well at all, so you have to close down, then you can use those terms for sure. I just put an empty wallet because just, it's kind of the meaning of it. You don't have any money. You don't have a business anymore. You don't have money anymore. So it's just awful for sure. Okay, now rentar. Rentar means to rent. And when talking about money, you sometimes need to think about rent, all the expenses. Gastos. By the way, I forgot to add that. Gastos. Los gastos means expenses, okay? Whatever you have to buy or pay, right? Los gastos. Food, comida, renta, servicios, okay? Servicios is like phone bills and hydro and all of that. Right? Renta means rent. Rentar, to rent. Okay? Los gastos, expenses. It gets overwhelming for sure. James says, no sé, pero a mí me parece que esta billetera es la mía. Oh my God. Well, you're not alone. I know what you mean, James. You're not alone. I feel ya. But yeah, I know. Empty wallets are not too good for sure. But it happens. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. Now, the last two things, guys. Ganar dinero. Ganar dinero means to earn money. Okay? Ganar also means to win. When you win, I don't know, the lottery, you can use this verb, ganar. Gané la lotería, right? I won the lottery. The lotto, I think that's the name for it as well. But if you say ganar dinero, that means to earn money. So you work to earn money. So, ganar dinero. Yo trabajo para ganar dinero. I work to earn money. Ganar dinero. And lastly, guys, we have the opposite of earning money. What's the opposite? Perder dinero. Perder dinero means to go broke. Pretty much, you know. You just, you don't have any more money, lose money, okay? To lose money, when you're losing money. Perder dinero. Perder also is a very interesting Spanish verb. It means to lose. That's the main meaning of this verb. And when talking about money, well, you're losing money. Also, perder means to miss. When you miss a chance, you know, when you miss an opportunity. Perdí la oportunidad. Okay? So, when talking about time, perder tiempo, that means to waste time. So, it's a very interesting, versatile verb, perder. Perder. We can talk about it in a different lesson for sure. Also, one more thing, perder can refer to getting lost, when you get lost, right? Me perdí. I'm lost, right? So yeah, it's a very, very, very useful, helpful verb for sure. Perder dinero in this situation means to lose money. Ganar dinero, to earn money. Perder dinero, to lose money. Okay? That's it, guys. That's it. Do you have any questions about this? Did I miss something? It's very interesting to talk about money and finances and all of that. It's also very complicated sometimes, you know, because nowadays people have to pay a lot of things, you know. You gotta pay for food, services, bills, mortgages, rent. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's very crazy. But I hope you liked this lesson. I hope you learned something new. And just let me know if you have any questions. If you missed this live stream, you can just leave your questions in the comment section down below. Feel free to do that. And thank you to everyone who was here. Thank you, Joshua, KS, James, Che, Gina's Kitchen Creations. Gracias, muy bien. My first time here with you. Bienvenida, Gina. Welcome, Gina, and it's nice that you're here and that you're interacting with me. So thank you for watching. All of you guys, thank you for stopping by. If you like this lesson, please just give it a like. That helps me a lot. Remember that we have a Spanish community on Discord. It's free, guys. If you want to practice your Spanish, ask things. If you want to ask things about Spanish, or if you want to chat in English about Spanish, you can do that. You can join it for free. You can join that community for free. The link to that is in the video description down below. And please read the rules. Read the rules before you join that community. That's very important. And yeah, I'm part of that community as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's very cool. We're almost 40 people there. So I'm really happy about it. If you are part of the Spanish community on Discord, or Spanish community on Discord, thank you. It's great. I've seen really good questions about Spanish, and it's awesome to talk about Spanish with you guys. And yeah, that's it. You're welcome, James. Take care, guys. Muchas gracias por ver este en vivo, and have a lovely evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. Oh, Lionel Wiratney. Sorry for butchering your name, Lionel, but welcome, and you're welcome as well. De nada. Okay, take care, guys. Have a lovely day, or wherever you are, even at night. Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. Take care. Cuídense. Nos vemos a la próxima. Adiós. Bye-bye.